What is the Jewish testimony about Jesus? Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study. To me, this is some of the most convincing evidence because this is going to come from the enemies of Jesus. Now, the testimony of the Jewish Talmud is pretty convincing. What is the Talmud? The Talmud is composed of the Mishnah, which is the oral tradition of the Jews, and the Gemaras, the ancient commentary on the Mishnah. And so you have the Mishnah and the Gemaras. They comprise the Talmud. In the Talmud, we read this: according to the earlier rabbis whose opinions are recorded in these writings, Jesus of Nazareth was a transgressor in Israel who practiced magic, scorned the words of the wise, led the people astray, and said he had not come to destroy the law, but to add to it. He was hanged on the Passover Eve for heresy and misleading the people. Now let me read directly from the Talmud. On the eve of the Passover, Yeshua was hanged for 40 days before the execution took place. A herald went forth and cried, "He is going forth to be stoned because he has practiced sorcery and enticed Israel to apostasy. Anyone who can say anything in his favor, let him come forward to plead on his behalf." But since nothing was brought forward in his favor, he was hanged on the eve of the Passover. And someone says, yeah, but look at the way they're portraying Jesus exactly. Remember, I mentioned to you in some previous studies a principle known as the historical criterion of dissimilarity. Here, the enemies of Jesus, and they're putting the best spin on it, and they're revising history, so to speak, to make themselves look better and their forefathers look better. But here's what they're doing. They're acknowledging there was a man named Jesus who had became very well known in Israel, and he was hanged on a tree for crimes that he was accused of. What are we going to do with this? How can we say that Jesus was a myth? You know, over and over again, people try to deny the historicity of Jesus. But the pages of all the historical documents throughout the ages cry out, there was a man named Jesus who is the Son of the living God. Join us again tomorrow.